worthy of attention.
I love questions about UFOs.
Me too.
You know, actually, I think that it is a worthwhile subject of oversight for Congress. And I say that because there are things that we just cannot explain. Well, first of all, you know, for decades when pilots would see unexplained aerial phenomenon, they would often not report it, because if they did report it, the people thought they were kook. But they did make, some did make reports, but the reality is, because there was so much stigma attached to reporting things, most things weren't reported, and when they were reported, there was no follow-up done to find out whether there was any innocent explanation for what they saw. We are now, as a result of oversight, being more systematic when pilots and others see things they can't explain. And in some of those cases now, where pilots in particular have observed aerial phenomenon, we can't explain it. And by that I mean, it's not just a pilot saying, I saw something in the sky. It's the pilot's instruments also saying, there is something there that you're seeing. So there are instruments that are measuring a presence there. So you have multiple confirmation there is something there. And sometimes that something moves in ways that we simply cannot explain, that aren't consistent with our own technological capabilities or what we know of our adversaries. And sometimes they're not even consistent. They don't appear to be consistent with what we know about physics. I think those are really intriguing questions. I mean, if they are questions about foreign capabilities, then we need to know the answers. Sometimes we have been able to go back and kind of reverse engineer the situation, and we do get an explanation. You know, we learned, for example, that because of some of the infrared technology and the speed at which the aircraft is traveling one direction and the object it's observing is traveling another direction, that it appears in a certain way in the infrared or in the other spectrum that makes it look unexplainable, but actually can be explained. So sometimes we are able to confirm what it is, but there are other cases where we can't. There are cases, I think, where we suspect that it is another country's technology. It may not be a technology that is necessarily well beyond our own or even beyond our own, but we're not aware of what it is, and we need to know what it is. So yes, I do think it's worth exploring, and if it turns out to be more than that, that would be intriguing. My own suspicion is that what we're seeing can be explained if we knew more about what we were observing and how we were observing it. But I leave myself open to other possibilities. You know, I represent the Jet Propulsion Lab in Pasadena, and it's actually one of the most fun responsibilities of my job, to work with the brilliant people at JPL that put those craft on Mars and in other parts of the solar system. And I love the work they do and what they reveal about the universe and how often we're wrong about our assumptions of things. So I don't want to exclude the possibility that we are wrong about other things as well.